Walnut. This looks like a job for me, so everybody just, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Good evening, Shirley. How are we doing?
I did not sleep.
Hey, what's up, Peaches?
So we did not do an early live today. I went to the movies. I make no apologies.
Hello, Tina. What's going on, everybody?
Hello.
I was earlier today, Georgia Pizzas, but no longer. We're a few in.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Faith. That's our daughter's name. Gigi, she's making a few cookies. Just a few more cookies before we go. The rest of our... Go ahead.
My mom asked for some of my cookies with walnuts.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've got walnut cookies.
Penny did not even recognize you.
Really? It's me.
The thin lady with the pink hair now?
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
Listen, if we ever finish our house, we'd love to give you a full house tour.
Yeah.
But it's not done.
No.
Wow. TikTok notification before the Discord notification.
Wow. That is
unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I actually
what did you go see today?
It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us.
Oh my God, first day of my monthly friend, I go see It Ends With Us, and I'm like a hot ass mess all day. It was great. For those who don't know, I don't cry like ever, and that one had me. I give it to him.
It just figures that I wasn't there to see you cry, Logan. Hi, Diane. Oh yeah, awesome, Tyler. How many times a week does she make cookies? Too many.
Oh shit. No.
Too many times a week.
No, not too many. Is there really too many?
The dentist is very mad at her.
The dentist, if I brought him cookies, he'd probably not be mad at me. But I don't want to hear it.
First time catching the live, so this is not
normal live.
right. This is not regular content. We are just we are actually on our way. Well, we're prepping because we will be on the road tomorrow. We are heading to Pennsylvania for a couple of days. It's a family trip. We're going with Joanna's parents, my in-laws, and a couple of other people in the family. But we will be doing work while we're out there. Still, pretty much. The kitchen is essentially a bakery. So right now she's just making some cookies. She's making one batch of cookies with the walnuts in them because those are for her mama. Because her mama
You're
likes
gonna
them.
feed them to anyone.
Yes, I love walnuts.
I love walnuts.
All the rest of you weirdos don't like them.
I love walnuts, not in cookies. Cookies should not have nuts unless it's peanuts, and even then it should be peanut butter.
Yes, in a couple of weeks, George Peaches, she will meet you with cookies. Hey, Michael. Hey, Drummer Sky. Back in the good graces, I see. Catching all the notes and everything. Shirley doesn't like them in cookies either.
The what?
Does not like the walnuts in cookies either.
Somebody ate some of these doughs besides me. I only had two.
Only one person was here. And that person is asleep right now.
Well, I don't know if it was today or not. Okay. Now we will.
No, nobody likes pecans. I do.
I do not like pecans.
Nobody likes pecans. Nobody really likes
My
nuts of
brother
any
does.
kind.
My brother and my mom do.
Oh, that's right. The pecan lace cookies.
Yeah.
Those are his favorite. Yeah. Hey, listen. There's a lot of different things that you can put in a cookie and get away with it. Just ask Crumble. But yes, today obviously got away from us. We had our nephew's birthday party to go to. I had to fight with the car. I was a simple oil change turned into an absolute nightmare because this was the first oil change that I did on the car that we have now. The rest of them, we got the free oil change from the dealership for the first time. And went to go do it's super annoying that the newer the car gets, the more
Of a pain in the ass it is.
well, yeah, they deliberately place things in spots to where you need special tools to get them out or to take them to the dealer. I'm all for job security, but I would also like to just be able to do it myself. I'm not going to change 100% of the oils that I need to change. I'm going to let the dealership or somewhere else do that too. But sometimes I just like to do it myself. And yikes. Yeah, this one was all the way, the oil filter was all the way underneath the skid guard. So I had to take all the bolts off the bottom of the car to get even access to it. I couldn't reach my hand through like some of our other cars. Oh my God.
What?
You!
I'm baking.
I see that. This is when I need the gimbal. I just need it to lock to you. Yeah, make sure you take care of your cars, please. I know, we're all hustling, and trust me, if you're doing the hustles that we do, you're going to depend on your car. Be kind to your vehicle, and your vehicle will be kind to you.
Kind rewind.
Make sure that you give it the TLC that it needs. You don't need to spoil it. Just take care of it regularly.
Spoil it.
No.
Yes.
Tires, oil changes, air filters, keep all the fluids going, and, maintenance as needed. But from there, you should be good. Oh, we're not going to Disney. We're going to Hershey Park. So it's not far. It's a short drive, and it's a short trip. We will be back in a couple of days.
We're back on Wednesday night. Wednesday afternoon.
Oh.
What?
Stir fry with veggies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, in September? No, I'm not going on that one.
That is a mama needs a break.
Mm-hmm. If you could only pick one app, what would you pick? Well, luckily you don't have to just pick one app, but if you're looking to get one started, probably the simplest, easiest access one to do is probably something like CashKick, just because you only need a phone and internet, and you can play games passively on your phone and get paid out through PayPal. But if you want to start doing the freelance merchandising stuff, where you're going inside of the store and checking on products for companies and get paid by the job to do that, Survey Merchandiser is one of the ones we've been using for a very long time. There's a few of them. But everything that we use...
To get started is like the easiest to get started as far as those go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Truck stop exit. Meeting her with cookies.
Did I put the... I did put the eggs in.
How embarrassing would it be if your name on here was Georgia Peaches, but you did not reside in the state of Georgia? How embarrassing.
Unless her name was just Georgia.
Oh, yeah, that's true. However, the Peaches implies that it is the state.
Called them.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Listen. For all eventualities, man. So half of this batch is going to be with chips, half without.
So when do you go alone? So, we usually work together pretty frequently, but we've done resets by ourselves, yeah. And the resets, are a bit more involved as far as projects go. Just a longer list of things that you might have to do or more materials that you have to work with. But on the whole, it's about the same as doing the regular audit stuff.
Okay.
She can meet you off 75. Well, she's not the one driving, so that's entirely dependent on who's driving. Careful, don't make Mitch. Don't make a Mitch.
Tell me what to do.
I can tell you not to make a match. That's not an order. So a merchandiser is easy to use. So the easiest one to use is going to be field agent. That's not to say that you can't start on the other ones, especially just because it comes down to what's in your area. But if it's up to us, we always recommend field agent. Their projects are pretty surface level. Their UI is very user friendly. Their jobs are simple, and they pay out pretty quick.
All right, this is going in the fridge to rest.
When do you get to go into the fridge to rest?
When I'm done with this live, but not in the fridge.
Well, the fridge being our room.
Yeah.
So actually, last night, in the middle of the night, we woke up and realized that it was 75 degrees in our room.
I almost died. Almost died.
Yeah,
I was
that was
literally,
bad.
I had a panic attack because it was so hot.
Field agent is good to us, yeah. Good morning from Singapore, wow. It says meet at the store at 5 a.m. You may work all day with the team members for the resets. Yeah, so the resets are essentially, you are essentially an extra pair of hands for the store. That's not necessarily like a temp type thing. It's more like you have a specific project that you're going to be working with. You might work in conjunction with other associates that are employed by that store. But it depends on the reset. So, I mean, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. But some of them, yes, are larger in scale like that. And those are hourly paid positions. They pay anywhere from, $15, $18, and $20 an hour upwards. The regular projects that we do most of the time, though, those are just one-off projects, and we consider those audits, not resets.
Sorry,
You
guys.
keep the house at 75 degrees, and is there a riot, Nick the Great?
It's fine for me during the day. It's at night.
75 is, in the summer at least, that's tough.
In the winter, I can do it.
And it's only because of how hot it's been. Like, trust me, we live in Connecticut. Having consecutive 80-degree days for months on end is not something that the New England folk are used to.
Well, we have for the last few years. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but what I'm saying is when people think of our weather, they think, 65, 70, beautiful summering in the Hamptons. Fuck no. There is none of that anymore.
No.
We're heating up. Everything's heating up.
Come on, AJ, say it, because I'm going to make fun of you.
What?
Say it, because I'm going to make fun of you. What do you say that is?
We're becoming tropical.
We're not becoming tropical.
We are becoming tropical. Our weather is wild. We're getting all kinds of humid rainstorms, just like some of the other southern states do. And it's just hot as hell here now. We're becoming tropical. Okay, so not to minimize the sheer panic that's going on in SoCal and Arizona and the like, because I know you guys are sitting in triple digits pretty regularly. But the whole thing is, we know it's hot there, guys. It's not supposed to be hot up here. Everybody's supposed to complain that our summers are too mild and they need to go further down for the summer. That's not how this is supposed to work. 83 here, it's 10:05. I'm actually not sure what the temperature is.
It's probably around 80.
It's just humid. It's not murder here right now.
It's humid.
Oh yeah, it's humid.
Ow.
72 right now. But it's how humid? Yeah, I can't see. 80% humidity.
All right.
Oh, we do just fine in the heat. It's just, it's just not the norm. It's becoming the norm here. We do just fine. Actually, our daughter does not do well in the heat at all.
Oh, Faith?
Yes, she overheats. She wilts like a piece of lettuce. 75 in the house is cold. Jeez.
Those people are from the south.
Yeah.
I wonder how my mom's gonna like the ones with no chips with walnuts.
I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, listen. Okay, so in the winter, don't touch it ever. Don't ever touch it. That's a great way to get yourself in a lot of trouble is if you start messing with your thermostat in the winter.
Don't you touch my thermostat.
Nope. No.
I need to be warm.
It's my thermostat. 70, that's it. 70 is not where I would have it. So let's just be clear.
72 is where I like it.
No.
Yep.
No.
It's been that way in this house for the last several weeks, so I don't know what your problem is.
72 cool is not the same thing as 72 heat.
It will be 72 heat.
It will be exactly what it was last year, which was not 72. So merchandiser, add more jobs in your area. Yeah. So Brandon, you're not going to get the full catalog of things that are in your area right off the bat. There are some simpler projects, and they kind of just want you to get comfortable, get a few successes under your belt, and then you can start, building up and ramping up. But yeah, for sure. Even at the end of the day, too, it just depends on what's available in your area. Some places are going to be busier than others.
Guess what? These are the old ones.
It sure is cookies, Edith. It sure is cookies.
This is for the trip.
Yep, so we're driving tomorrow to Hershey Park, and we have cookies because...
Auntie Amanda will be here at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So 9:30.
Because people keep requesting cookies. And Joanna keeps saying yes.
Should I say no, honey?
Yes.
No. You don't
You
like
can
them?
say no. I'm saying you can say no. You've made about 1,000. I don't think you need to continue making them every single day.
I'm not making them every single day.
You are baking every 3 days.
Right now, yes.
Yep. So just basic chocolate chip here, but she's also doing a batch that are plain, and she's also doing a plain with walnuts.
And a chocolate chip with walnuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Mobies and the field agents, they have odd availabilities just because there's a whole bunch at the beginning of the months, and then it all clears off, and then they slowly trickle in from there on. So just because after the first 5 to 7 days of the new month and then the map is bare, don't think that there's not going to be anything for the next month. They will show up. You do need to check back. You will find stuff to do. But it is just, they kind of just slowly let them trickle through as opposed to, letting everybody grab everything all at once.
They also have certain deadlines they have to meet and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so waitlist projects just means it puts you in a queue. You'll be behind other people that have requested it before, which is not the same thing as the request. So if something's on Survey Merchandiser says request, that just means it needs a manual authorization from them. And that's usually because either it's a specific type of job that requires materials that need to be shipped to you or to the store, or it might be a project that is only for some of the higher tier people. Yeah. As far as the wait list goes, just know that when you're putting yourself on a wait list, that's only for that specific location. So you can put it in multiple locations.
Yep.
So just so you know. And the same thing with requests. You got a field agent job today having me purchase a blow-up mattress online, leave a review. Yeah, so the buy and try stuff. Again, if you're not interested in doing the buy and try stuff, you don't need to do it. But the buy and try stuff is all pretty simple to do. Everything that you do is you're fully reimbursed for it, and you get to keep the product for free, and you get pay on top of it. So, we do a lot of free fast food. We do free household products. We do, a whole bunch of different things for free. A lot of free snacks, too. But Field Agent's probably the best one of the three with that stuff. The others do offer some of that, but it's smaller. I had one today, 30 different bread displays, and couldn't find half of them. How do you manage that?
That's the iSpice. It sounds like iSpy.
Well,
what app
displays.
Is it? If it's a display and you don't find them, it's okay. You still get paid.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a iSpy or scavenger hunt, which are only on Field Agent.
Joining my app, you find the buy and trade deals in. So that's in Field Agent. The three merchandising apps that we use are Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby. You can download them all for free in the profile. There's nothing to buy or sell. There's no book or course. These are just free apps that you can just grab, create accounts with, and then just start learning how to be a freelance merchandiser in real time. You just pick up a couple projects when you're new, and you just follow the instructions. It tells you what you do every single time. So you just have to pay attention to the details, make sure you're following directions in terms of how they want their photos formatted. And you might talk to managers, you might put coupons on things, but it's basic retail tasks that anybody can do. These are one-off projects, and you get paid by the job to do them, anywhere from $5 to $25 a piece, and they can take anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes to complete.
Okay.
Yes and no, D Divine. So obviously there are certain parts that, there's going to be a bit more people merchandising than others, but there's also parts of the country where they just don't physically have enough registered merchandisers to allow contracts there, just because they can't reliably service a specific territory if there's not enough people that work there. So it's a little bit of both. But there are also gating systems to prevent people from hoarding work and stuff like that. It's
you can do as much work as you can possibly take.
For sure. But it means that you can't request 2,000 jobs so that no one else gets any. And then if you don't finish them, you don't finish them, and then nobody else got anything. You can't do that. Not at all. But at the end of the day, it does just come down to what's available in your area. And contracts change and move all the time. Sometimes there are really busy contracts that explode all over the place. And sometimes it's in some of the lull parts of the year where there's a few smaller contracts that show up. It moves with ebbs and flows.
That's why we take as many, like some weeks we might work 40 hours and some weeks we might work 10. Those are when we fill in with, things like Cash Kick and
you're welcome.
Cash and all that stuff.
Jamaican cookies.
For me, Mama. These ones are specifically for my mom and AJ.
Yeah. So again, the iSpies, they're not... If you want to try iSpies while you're out doing other stuff, you can. But I would not just leave the house to do iSpies because they're inconsistent. We stick to the audit things because the audits are going to pay you no matter what. So generally with an audit, it's not the type of audit where we are, giving the store a poor review or something like that, and somebody's going to get in trouble.
Girls, I'm live.
We are just making sure that the stores are up to snuff, making sure that these products are being properly represented. And so, for example, that person that was asking about the bread displays.
Faith!
Got it.
Oh, good God. Teenage girls.
They're not being, they're just being loud. They're not being rude.
I just wanted them to shut up.
Yep. Yeah, so the bread and bun audit.
Yeah, if you
She
don't...
said she was looking for displays and she couldn't find
If you didn't find any, you didn't find any.
Right.
You just let them know.
So sometimes the projects will have a couple directives in them. So for that one, for example, that's more of a keep losing my train of thought because people keep interrupting. That's more of a massive use case thing. So if they give you 30 different examples, the expectation is not that the store should have 30 dedicated displays of bread, but it's just there's a number of different possible displays that could be at that location. So they prep you for all of them. So just because you don't find a number of them that they're listing is not a problem, but they need to rely on your answers because they need to prep you with what you might see, and you're just referring back to them saying, yeah, that's not here. Yep, this is here. That's not here. This is slightly different. And so you can just go from there. Because there's just an expectation that when a product is sold inside of one of these retailers like Target or Walmart or your local grocery stores, that, when it comes to sale prices, when it comes to how much stock they carry, when it comes to the position on the shelf, if there's a special display, if there's a sale or anything like that, that the store's just holding up their end of the bargain. That's all we're doing. We're making sure that the stores are happy. We're making sure that the products are the brands are happy. Sorry.
Those products gotta be happy.
The products must be happy. They must. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, we love the kitchen. It's what sold us. For sure.
This was not my dream house.
Nope, it was not. But we fell in love with it. We've been here for a little under a year so far. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, absolutely, Lynette. So again, be very diligent. Just follow the directions to the letter. There's especially in the beginning, there's an understanding that you're brand new. You can be very literal with this work. Very literal. Whereas, you know, your job is to find a lot of small nuances and maybe make some notes that, you know, things aren't going to be exactly to grid. There might be some small details here and there that you can let them know, but at the same time, you can be very binary. Yes, this is here. No, this is not here. If it's not here, take a picture of where it's supposed to be, move on to the next section. If the store does not have the display that's being described, say no. If the store does not have the materials that you're supposed to have, say no, and move out about your day. When the house is clean and when the house is finished, yeah, we'd love to do a house tour, but right now the house is not clean and the house is not finished. We are still trying to finish it. Can you get a cookie? Of course you may. Of course you may. We are just in Connecticut, so depending on how far that is from you. At this point, we may start selling the cookies, but no, we are not selling the cookies. That's not what this live is for. This
Can you
is
imagine if like by this time next year I have a whole ass bakery coming out my kitchen?
Oh, you are in Connecticut, so Jenny's not even far. Where about are you? Yes, the cookies are for the family. Hey,
That was not
violation.
To them. Why?
Violation.
People fuck people off.
Oh, you're in Naugatuck? That's about
Shut up, everything's bad.
about an hour. About an hour from us. Not too far. That's actually where we bought our son's car from, no? A Better Way out there.
Oh, I get sad.
Yeah. Check out A Better Way. Wholesaling autos. Pretty cool stuff. Do you find yourself repeating projects in in consecutive days? Absolutely, Chris. And that's a good thing because the less time, the less energy, the less brain power you need to use during the projects that you're doing, you can just get them done a lot faster. So we never get upset, unless it's a project we hate. We never get upset repeating projects over and over. And especially things like Field Agent, the projects are so easy in nature that never once do you just have a nightmare experience with Field Agent, at least in our experience. Yep. Yeah, Jenny. So it's wholesalers. So it's not the type of thing where you need to bring in your. So you should bring somebody in with you if you don't know about cars anyway, but not to haggle. That's not what this is. The wholesaling autos thing. The price is the price. However, usually they've had some type of collision, so make sure you just do your research as far as like the Carfax or whatever you guys use for that type of stuff. But yeah, it's a pretty cool way to do it. As long as you're not finding yourself something that was in like 16 accidents, you're gonna be just fine.
What?
How long's the live been on? We've been live for 28 minutes.
Just cuddling with you?
Aww. How do you map out a day or you get overwhelmed? So Susie, sometimes the mapping is done for us. Specifically on Survey Merchandiser, they can provide prefab routes and they will give you a whole list of jobs. And they can help you navigate if you so choose. But they'll give us a whole list of things like what stores to do them in which towns, and we just go from point A to point B and catch everything in between. But sometimes we will build our own. Sometimes we are not interested in those specific products, or we're waiting for a better deal, whatever the case. And staying organized is just going to be,
the way to do it.
Yeah, it's as simple as putting things down and just making sure that you're making an effort to say, even if it means you GPS the distance between your house and every project that you have that day, just so you know that you go in the right order and you're not wasting gas doing so. You can do that too. Just staying organized, making sure you don't skip over things. But again, these apps can help you do that as well. These apps will be able to, you're not just working in thin air. There are dashboards to these apps. It tells you what projects you have claimed and ready to go for you that day. So if you can run a few of them, or if you can stop intermittently while you're doing that stuff and use something like Moby, it's not too tough. Ever have merchandising jobs on clothes? Yes, actually, there's a live one for H&M, the retailer H&M. You have to find Sheertex tights. So you have to go find the brand of tights that are there. and you go merchandise them and make sure everything looks good, restock them, and take pictures of everything that you did. But we mostly work with food and beverage products. So it's a lot of sports drinks, energy drinks. It's, let's see, Whole Foods products, plant-based products, deli products. We've got frozen meats and things like that. Like, there's a lot of different products out there. But we also work with things like batteries. We also work with things like light bulbs, greeting cards. You never know what's going to come across the feed as far as what's available. And all these products need regular care and regular merchandising. So just stay tuned on the apps. You know, things change all the time. How many bingo points get you points on Fetch?
Bingo? Oh, must be one of the games.
Oh, one of the games.
We don't really do the games on
Yeah.
there. We do them for-
Yeah, as far as the gaming, we much prefer to do the gaming stuff on Cash Gigs, Swag Bucks, Inbox Dollars, Misplay, and all those, just because they'll give you actual cash for hitting levels on time. Whereas Fetch games are fine, but they only give you Fetch points, and Fetch points can only be redeemed through gift cards. So, as far as the bingo game on there, I haven't played it, so I can't actually answer it. What app do you usually see other things other than food? So Server Merchandiser does have a few things that is not food. A lot of the buy and tries that exist on Field Agent, the ones that are not food are usually, it's usually things like deodorant,
personal care, household,
insect repellent, laundry detergent.
occasionally a food.
Thurston actually got an offer for a buy and try for an espresso machine.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I wish I got that one.
Right?
Not fair.
All kinds of
Thurston.
stuff. All kinds of stuff shows up. Started Cash King and love it. Only issues doing the games. I've become obsessed with playing them. Sorry, Jenny.
Monopoly Go, man.
Should put a disclaimer on there, I guess.
Can you throw me my phone?
I'm not gonna throw you anything.
I'm trying to get rid of all the bots that come on. Well,
It's fine. You're welcome. Guide me as where to start for info. I'm interested in Merchandiser and Amazon. So we don't really do anything on Amazon, but the merchandising apps are all available for free in the profile. You just got to click Joanna's name up here, or go to the link in the profile, or you can go to joannalynofficial.com. It's all the same stuff. So the merchandising apps are projects that you can do out in stores near you, and you can get paid by the job to go check on products for companies. You're basically just like a independent contracted vendor. So you just go show up and make sure that a given company's product and stock is well taken care of inside the store. You supply photos and information, and you get paid. It's some pretty easy stuff. Then, of course, the other stuff that we do here is the gaming and the surveys. So playing games in your spare time and getting paid out through PayPal in most cases, but they do gift cards if you're interested in gift cards too. Also the same thing with surveys. Few things that you can just do on your phone whenever you have spare time. You know, you don't have to do that full time. It's just like pop your phone open every 15, 20 minutes. You know, not every single 15, 20 minutes, but, you know, for 15 to 20 minutes at a time, a few times a day, when you have a break, you know, when you just need to power down for a minute. And, you know, it earns you cash just by doing so. And the same thing with surveys. Fill out a couple of surveys, and you can get some cash for that too. And even if you're not looking for a full-time side hustle or a part-time side hustle or a side hustle at all, most of us make purchases in a day, multiple purchases in a day, and you should be saving money on about 70% of the things that you buy. And if you're not, we have lots of apps that can help you. We have lots of apps that can help you do that. There's a whole section on the website with a bunch of cashback opportunities for gas, groceries, restaurant purchases, and shopping online. So again, everything that we talk about is free. None of the stuff we talk about, none of the products are behind a paywall. You guys can use these for free with or without us, but it's all in one convenient spot in the link in the profile. It is a lot of cookies.
we have a lot of people going. Well, let's see. Our family is our family with our 2 extras is 8.
Oh, you got hair clips? Not bad.
8,
Where are your hair clips?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 people.
Mm-hmm.
I had to math that up.
Yeah, especially in the beginning, it's me, sorry. You may be going well over on the expected time for estimate. Remember, at the end of the day, those are just estimations. Just know that the more you do, the easier it gets. I'm not sure which projects you've done, but as a general rule, the more familiar you get with it, the less you have to hang on every word of the directions. Your job is just going to be a little bit faster the more you repeat the same project. Also, if you guys want some extra help doing these, we do offer a paid service on our Discord channel, and we can help you with any projects that you guys have live. So if you need some real live help in the store in real time, we do have that option for you. If you are interested in joining the Discord, remember, it is optional. You don't need to join it to do what we do. You can have success all by yourself. But if it's something that's interesting to you, base membership is $7.99. The link to join it is in the profile, just like everything else. Just know that, number one, subscribing to the Discord is not the same thing as subscribing to TikTok. We would much rather see you on the Discord because we can talk to you anytime, day or night, not just when we go live. And you guys can actually talk back to us a lot better and a lot faster because you don't have like what? It's like 100 character limit or something, 160 character limit. Not even the subscription has not been fully integrated to Discord's mobile app. So if you download Discord, or if you already have Discord and you try to join it and it does not prompt you to subscribe to the Discord server, you can just go on the desktop and go on the browser and go to the actual computer and subscribe from there. And then once you subscribe, it'll work just fine on mobile. Do you have to speak to a manager when it says manager action required? If it says required, then yes, it's required. But generally speaking, your manager interactions are going to be pretty brief. Because at the end of the day, you're not employed by the brands that you're representing, so your knowledge of that brand is going to be a little limited by design. So you're not really responsible for like making massive sweeping changes or telling the store to change things. You are more just facilitating things on behalf of that brand because they can't be there. So as far as the interactions go, just be polite, be cordial, try to have an idea of what information you're supposed to get from them. That way you can kind of consolidate it in your head and take maybe 10 minutes of their time as opposed to 50 or 60. Because, anybody that's worked in middle or upper management, everything is your fault and everything is your job. So once they figure out that you're actually there to help them, they will be a bit more receptive to you, at least in our experience.
Correct.
Don't miss those days. Now we're our own bosses.
That is correct also.
Yep. What's up, Jason? You're welcome, CNA. But yeah, give yourself some grace in the beginning. The cool thing about this type of income is that because you work for yourself, number one, you're not on the clock, which means we have a lot of give and take when it comes to the projects that we're doing and the hours that we work. The time limits that are associated are just apply to each one of those jobs. So if you have a, let's just say 6-hour time limit, that just means that from the time you take that project until 6 hours from now, if you find some time to get that project done, you will be just fine. So if you can do this in your spare time with other jobs. If you already have a full-time job, or if you do multiple part-time or gig work or anything else like that, if you're stay at home, partially or fully retired, college, military, anybody can do this. And you can ramp it up and you can scale it back as you see fit because you're in charge.
I'm in charge.
You're in charge.
I'm in charge. Oh.
Doing tobacco audit signs and it feels like Groundhog Day, but good. Yeah. And you know what? If it feels like Groundhog Day, that's probably a good sign. It means that you're understanding, grasping, and replicating properly.
That's my niece behind me.
Yep, that's our niece.
Very great cookie.
Very great cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've been told I should sell them.
Hey, listen, everybody overthinks things, especially if you're brand new too, man. Look, again, we remember what it was like. We remember what it was like when we learned. When there was no lady with pink hair on TikTok teaching people how to do all this stuff. And then she said, you know what? One day I'm going to be that pink-haired lady. And a star was born.
You are the biggest nerd I've ever met in my entire life. Good golly.
I will say anything to make this woman laugh. I will just a sarcastic snicker, or I'll even settle for "you're so stupid." I will take "you're so stupid" every day because I know that means that even though she didn't laugh, she on some level appreciated what I said.
No walnuts on those.
Where are you going?
I'm getting another plate for the walnutted ones.
Oh my god.
Be mad about it. I'm mad. The dog just ate the cookie that fell on the floor.
Well,
I'm sorry, I am a baker today.
a mess maker and a baker.
I've been cleaning my mess as I go, thank you.
Mess maker.
Do you see
Cookie
it?
baker.
Look at That's it. That's it. That's it.
Wife material indeed. It'll be 11 years this year. How do you feel about that?
Pretty
Sorry
good.
yet?
No. Are you?
You sorry yet?
Are you?
So I have no regrets. No regrets. No regrets at all. I just said I will say anything to make this woman laugh. I don't think I would do that if I was regretting my decisions.
Your hair is so poofy right now.
Shush. I know, I need a shower.
I already did that. I took a shower
Today's
already.
Saturday, which means I wash my hair on Saturdays.
I'm such a girl.
Yes. I'm supposed to do that.
I've got one more batch to go.
It's really not that huge. The house is not huge.
No,
It's
no,
not.
It's not.
It's a regular sized home.
It's vaulted ceilings
Yes,
in the kitchen.
it's
That's
just
what
very,
makes it look
yes,
big.
it's tall in the kitchen. The kitchen is gorgeous, and the rest of the house looks like a regular house. Promise. Listen, this lady's joints could not afford a 4-tier mansion. She could not do that.
I have 2 stories, and that's going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the basement isn't even done yet. Like, our other level is a basement, guys.
Yep. Oh, if you give a mouse a cookie. I used to read that to our daughter every night.
Because she's literally
Every
the
night.
epitome of that book.
And she's a mouse. She was a mouse when she was little.
She's still a mouse. Tell these cookies to cook so I can go to bed.
Jason only washes his hair twice a day.
Twice a day. If I did that,
With
I would fall
twice
out.
a day with the 2-in-1 shampoo and body wash soap.
Luna, did you eat was that a good cookie? Was it good?
Yeah.
That's you hear my dog probably walking around.
How can you get an international TikTok account? I'm not really sure what that is. However, if you're referring to us being in America and our content going to other parts of the country, we have no control
parts of
over
the
that.
world.
Yes, other parts of the world. We have no control over
Do you
that.
wanna
It's
put her
actually
to
quite
BD?
frustrating when, unfortunately, the things that we use, the resources we show you guys, only work for the most part in US and Canada. And then people ask us all day long, do they work in Africa? And we have to say,
Nigeria,
regrettably,
always
no.
Nigeria.
Yep.
Nigeria.
So there are places,
Gambia.
there are places that repeatedly people from the same countries in the same regions will still ask us if our stuff works there every single live.
My
And
favorite-
unfortunately, it just doesn't.
My favorite is when the same person asks me 100 times. I don't mind repeating myself if people don't know. If the same person asks me 6 times and I've answered them all 6 times, I'm gonna get it.
Least tedious, probably Field Agent. Field Agent is very user-friendly. It's very surface level. Problem is it just doesn't pay as much as the other ones, and there isn't always as much available. Just don't do the I Spies and the scavenger
Don't
hunts.
do it.
Those are not fun. Those are not user-friendly. The regular projects, basically everything else on Field Agent, is going to be easy.
My mom's gonna be so happy.
Patricia, she probably can bake cookies in her sleep.
At this point, yep.
Also, she sometimes bakes cookies instead of sleep.
Yep. I almost grabbed that with my non-hot holder hand.
Kathy loves your shirt. Is that an aloe shirt?
No, this is from Joe Brown.
I don't know what that means.
I'm kind of pissed off about that, actually. This is one of those companies that was like, oh, we have the best shirts ever, and they're stupid expensive. And I'm like, I'm out here trying to listen. I have a series I've started of like dresses, Amazon versus like the real deal, and like, is it worth it? And this is one of those companies that I'm looking at, like, oh, is it legit? Is it real? Like a $50 tank top? Who the fuck do I think I am? And guess what? Quality's phenomenal, and I hate it. It annoys me. It annoys me. Why? Why does this need to cost so much?
There is a solution.
I'm trying them out so other
I know.
people don't have to. I waste my money so you don't have to.
Right. She's a good cook.
I try.
Hmm.
I learned from a way better cook, baker, cook, my mother. Where do you think I learned all my recipes? Besides this one, I made this. Well,
I know where
I
you
took my
got all
mom's
the
recipe and
recipes.
basically. There's just a lot of butter.
You're a lot of butter.
I know.
This lady is a lot of butter. Let me tell
I
you.
am mostly butter.
Mostly butter.
Which one of my teenage girls wants to earn money for dishes?
No. Wait, I want the dishes. How much dishes? Let me see the dishes.
So it looks like more than it is because
You're either doing them or you're not.
Listen,
We're not leaving until they're done.
So, literally, it's clean dishes in there, and mostly those are bowls and like some plates.
Because Auntie Joe took everything out of this one.
That's a lot of dishes.
That's $25.
That's $25?
Yeah. Look at her face! Look at her face! Look at
I know.
her face! You know I'm tired
Yeah,
and got my monthly friend if I just
I'm
like
gonna call you back.
Hey, I'm gonna call you back.
I'm gonna call you back because I want to find out about these dishes.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not working for you, Ghost? Is it just you're not hitting the levels, or is it not tracking? What's not working for you?
Shut up now. Bye.
This is real life in this house all the time.
This looks so gross.
It's actually not. These are
It's
all
all from today.
Bella, it's all from today.
All from today?
Okay, so last night and today. Yeah, because remember there was people here doing stuff in the house.
We were at your brother's house, your house today for your brother. So
why are there dishes
we weren't
from
here.
today?
Because the dishes from today are from me baking.
Okay, so Ghost, if you're having issues with tracking, you can actually check
Right,
out
if you might
part
wanna take the ones out of this
84
box that are
or
clean.
83 in the Side Hustle playlist. It's
So you
got
just
my
stuff
face
it.
on it and not her
Oh,
face on
yeah.
it,
Oh,
and I show you how to get stuff to
I
track.
was just gonna hand wash
Oh,
them. I've been
yeah, I'm saying.
Go
if you
for
want- Bella, if you want to just take those, pull the bottom one out. Pull the
Let
bottom
her
one out,
hand
pull it
wash her.
down. No, because she can do this. It's fine.
I wanna make one.
You are welcome.
And faster, right?
And if you're still not able to get stuff to track, email Cash Kick Support and drop Joanna's name.
Which is why I'm paying.
They'll help you.
And those bowls go right over in that drawer.
So all the stuff that we use, Jungle, is all available for free in the profile. You just got to click Joanna's name up there and click the link that's in the bio, or you can go to joannalynofficial.com. It's all the same information.
Beautiful.
So it's a whole bunch of free apps that we have found over the years that can help you guys make money, save money, and get cash back.
Where's this one?
You are welcome.
Hello.
Oh, that is not.
And at the end of the day, if you end up not liking some of these apps or just they're not working out for you, or if you get bored or whatever, no harm, no foul. That's why they're free.
Ow. Almost done. Last batch has to go in. Last two that are in are almost done. It's okay.
Let's tell you, I lost a contact today too. Oh yeah,
You're a hot mess.
I did not have a good day. I did not have a good day.
You just have a good day, babe.
So just have a good day.
Just have a good day, Uncle. Have a good day.
Have a good vibe.
Have a good vibe.
I'll do my best.
Run.
I'm so hot.
It won't open.
You have to pull really hard.
I would.
Pull harder.
No.
Oh, you did it because it beeped again.
So, all right. So leave this one out so it stays down. I hate this. I hate this so much.
What if?
Espresso Market,
Where's that?
199 by Trade. Yeah, Jennifer, we've heard. We didn't get that one. Otherwise, you know that stuff would be right there. It would be right on that counter. That is our coffee bar over there. That's where that espresso machine would be. Ghost, you gotta reach out to them. But the tracking, you gotta make sure that it's tracking before you start playing.
Yep. Last one going in.
Where does this go?
What?
Man, see, we refresh our apps just like you guys do, but just like you guys, we are subject to what the apps show us. There's plenty of stuff that we never see and never get a chance to do because some of it's regional and some of it just doesn't apply to us.
Correct.
So you never know what you're gonna find in this biz.
Alright, so these are the walnut ones. Man,
What's the trash taking?
Yes.
you know there's one right next to over there too.
That one's full though.
Oh,
In fact, Your son can do that.
Son.
Got the offer, but don't have a Costco. Oh, you got to get it from Costco. Well, at least you don't have to order it then.
What?
And now it's gone.
The espresso machine?
You've never what?
What?
Samantha didn't even do a job. She just got the espresso machine thing to show up. She never did anything else on Field Agent before.
Ah!
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Did she get it?
You have to order it and ship it from Costco. I got you.
I want that now so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we mostly get like, so the latest haul that as far as buy and try stuff that we got, the latest ones that we did were called Spudleys or something like that,
Yes.
and they were they're sweet potato fries essentially, but they're not like frozen potato chip. I mean, they are potato chips. It's like they are the texture of the veggie straws. If you guys have had veggie straws before, there were 3 flavors. There was a Flamin' Hot Cheeto one. There was the original, and then there was a ranch one. We had all 3 of them, and they were all very good, and all of them are free because they were buy and tries from Field
You
Agent.
know what they weren't? An espresso machine.
That's true. Before that, though, I filled my house with a whole bunch of insect repellents. It was this little blue light thing from Zevo, I think, was the brand.
Yeah.
Zevo. So I did the project over and over and over again, and each one of these things was $20, and it trapped insects without odors and without chemicals. It was just this little piece of sticky tape, and they're attracted to the blue light. I had like 6 or 7. I put them all around my house, and now I have no bugs.
No bugs. Not one.
And all of them were free. All I had to do was just submit a review every single time. And I did. I was nice, though, and I did authentic reviews every time. I didn't just copy and paste.
No.
That would have been crappy.
I just gotta break 100.
In fact, that
Or
might have
if you don't have a
disqualified
card,
me.
do you?
I do have a card.
Okay. Do you have, wait, do you have Zelle?
No.
Why would she have any of that?
Because Faith does on her bank account.
Is that your daughter or is that your daughter?
I understand that, but sometimes most banks have it.
Where's the stove from? Where'd you get the stove?
I think I got it from Lowe's. No, yes,
Yep,
Lowe's.
Lowe's. Yep, so we were going to do the big Beast 6-burner stove, but it was a fortune. So instead,
8-burner. It was
8-burner, sorry, 8-burner stove. So
These are 5.
we just got the 2 5-burners and stuck them together. We just made more space on the counter.
Now technically I can do more because I have 2 separate ovens and they're wider than a typical because they're
Yep.
they're both 5 burners and it was still way cheaper
Yep.
and more economical than what?
Oh, that sucks, Jennifer. Let me know if I see it again. Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know. Yep. So the buy and try stuff is on a few of the apps, but just go to the merchandising section of the link in the profile, also known as joannalinofficial.com. Survey Merchandiser, Field Agent, and Moby all have a fair selection of buy and try products that you can do. Field Agent is usually the one that has the most and the best ones. But it just depends on what's available. They're not all day available 24/7. It's just when these promotions come around, you can grab them.
You tell them zoned out right now?
No, not at all. Couldn't tell you the other 8 times you did it this live either. Yeah, I see that.
Last batch.
How do you do a screenshot for the buy and try? So that's a great question, actually. So of the product itself, it usually wants to see that you brought the product home, opened it, gave it a fair shake. You got to cross out the barcode so that you can't return it, all that good stuff. And then as it pertains to the review, most of the time, if they want you to post the review, it's either going to be to the company site or to somewhere like target.com where you're going to leave your review. You have to screenshot your review before you post it, because if you post it, you will probably lose it and won't be able to find it again. So make sure you screenshot it before you physically send the review into the company. And then once you have that screenshot, you just take that screenshot and paste it in your Field Agent project, and then you're going to finish out your project and you'll get paid.
Yep. A lot of times now, though, they have you fill out the review on Field Agent itself, and they put it up where it needs to go.
Vicky, we don't use any messaging services on here. The only thing that we do is a Discord server that you need to subscribe to so that you always know that it's us, because we are very much aware of fake profiles trying to wait for us to go on live and then try to reach out to people. So no TikTok, no Telegram, no WhatsApp, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter, no Clapper, no Grinder, no... There is not a single...
Is my email, Joanna
Yep.
at joannalinofficial.com, which is in my official profile, or the Discord.
Yeah. You are welcome, D-Swag. So the base membership, Vicky, is $7.99. It's just monthly. You guys can cancel at any time. $7.99, especially if you're talking in the context of the work that we do. That's like 2 merchandising projects. It's going to cover you for 30 days. And you can come hang out with us anytime you guys have questions, day or night. As long as I'm awake, I at least have my phone or making sure someone else is answering for you. So Joanna and I are in there. We also have some full-timers in there, like Wicked's in there, Thurston's in there, Jason's in there,
Yas.
iMac is in there, Yas is in there. A lot of our mods that are here regularly
Yeah.
are also in the Discord as well. And they can help you because they've been doing this just like we have for quite a long time.
So many of the time.
And, so if you're having questions while you're doing your work, even if it's just a small question, if you sit there and you wait for actual merchandising support, you're going to be there all day. There's just too many of us doing what we do and not enough of them answering questions. So that's what we do. We help you guys on the fly. We can just, we'll look at your screenshots, or if you guys want to screen record what you're working on, and we can pretty much help you, at least put you in the right direction. My wife is beautiful, user. What has she been doing? I'm assuming you're talking about maybe her
Weight loss.
her weight loss, maybe. So she has been on compounded tirzepatide for, it's been a while now.
Over a year.
She lost 65 pounds in 8 months, and she hit that goal weight in January, and she's been on a maintenance dose from January till now and the foreseeable future. The link, if you guys want to acquire some tirzepatide or something else like that, is in the profile, just like everything else. It's the IVIM health link. Also, she dyed her hair pink, and it's very sexy.
You can put the dishes in the dishwasher. Like if you rinse them, you can do that.
I've just been.
I think
I know, but I'm saying if you want
I
to.
think pink hair is thinning.
No, I'm good. Because then I'm just gonna dry them off. I'm gonna put them away.
Okay.
And then.
I'll give you cash tomorrow when I break my 100. Beautiful.
It's going to be a while before I can pay prescription, but yeah, for sure, Vicky. And I mean, they can also go through your insurance if you qualify.
And
But
they're doing a summer deal right now too. They've extended it by another month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's discounted. It's like half the price for the semaglutide, which is the Ozempic. So worth a shot.
yep.
Listen, if I had to start over tomorrow and I'm only going to pay for one extra thing in my life, it's going to be that, because not only did I lose weight, but it really helped me with a lot of other issues like my ulcerative colitis
Yep.
and just pain in general. So, yeah.
Queen Sheba uses the tirzepatide, which is Manjaro.
Yep.
Yeah, and so people ask us all the time, is she going to be on it forever? Well, yeah, probably, but specifically for her, because anybody that has any autoimmunes will know that it helps with inflammation. They have found that out.
I haven't had a flare from my ulcerative
yeah.
colitis in over a year. It's been a
Yep.
year and 3 months.
Yep.
And that's not normal for me.
Yep.
Even though my case isn't terrible, I would still have flares pretty semi-regularly. I haven't had a single one in over
It might be Thurston, but
Look,
if it's on GoodRx.
no. If it is, it's not much of a difference. I know that because first of all, it's on back order for like the name brand stuff.
So she didn't have too many obviously appetite suppression, that's what it's designed to do.
A little bit of
nausea here and there.
You know what the best side effect was? Loss of food noise. I don't think, have I eaten today? Did I eat too much? How many calories did I eat? Did I do like the food noise? That was the first thing I noticed. It was within hours of taking it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not even thinking about it. And for the first 6 months, I had to remind myself to eat.
Yep.
I had to remind myself to eat.
All right. And so it's just about being more deliberate about what your intake is. You can only fit so much before you start making yourself sick. So just make sure that at least in that sense, you're counting the things that are good for you, the things that are necessary, like proteins
Don't look at me
and things
eating my
like that.
cookies, but lots of protein,
Yeah.
lots of water, lots of protein, so you don't lose your muscle mass.
Yep.
I think that last.
Actually, no, she did not do any working out.
No, I'm a lazy bitch. Not really. I just am too busy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So user, like, again, she did not have a screaming terrible case of ulcerative colitis, but it did almost take her life
In the very beginning.
in the very beginning of it. So, you know,
I've always had flares.
there's always been regular flares. She hasn't been hospitalized since then. She wasn't even 30 at that time yet. But you know, regular flares were regular occurrences, and she had to just, you know, take it easy and make sure that they didn't get any worse. You know, up on some of those meds and stuff, and you know, eventually she'd come out of it. But the flares have ceased since she's been on it.
Very much.
Ceased.
I haven't used it.
I mean, knock on wood.
There's one medicine suppository. Like, let's be
Yep.
real and honest. I haven't used it in a year.
Yep.
Haven't had to.
Actually found some in Faith's car.
That's fine.
I was like, I wonder if she wants to, if she still
can
wants
still
these.
hang on to them. Those
Yeah,
are
no,
expensive.
definitely hang on to them. Yeah, for sure.
Mesalamine is expensive. Do you know that one of my meds is
I'm
like
glad
$1,600
you
a month? That if I didn't have insurance,
Oh yeah, I know.
my Azicol.
I remember we.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
my
few years ago.
mesalamine to keep me from having flares, $1,600.
Matthew says that we got another Stacyism today. All right, let's hear it, Matthew.
Oh God.
Let's hear it, Matthew. That's Joanna's brother right there, MC Card Collections. That's Joanna's brother from the same
What
mutter.
is it? Yeah, my actual biological brother.
Or if it's too long, you can just tell us tomorrow because
Or you
he's
can put a
coming
text
with
it
us.
to me.
Right. You could also just text us.
I cannot wait. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. All the Stacyisms. Those make me laugh.
Hello, Susan. How are you? Basic Jimmy, some of these do work in the UK, but not everything. I know Field Agent works there. Some of the gaming and the survey apps work there. A couple of the cashback apps work there as well. But it's you just got to check the terms of service to make sure it works in your country.
Matthew, I made walnut cookies.
She didn't know what medallions were. Stacy is our sister-in-law.
Oh my God, I love her so much. I love her with all of my whole heart. She's like one of my favorite
A
people.
medallion. Oh boy.
What did she think it was?
I don't know. Someone used it in a sentence and it confused her. With like, what's a medallion?
Oh my God. We need to get Matthew over here for a live one day and do Stacyisms.
So practically perfect. It's hard for us to advise on insurance, just as it is hard for us to advise on things like cat taxes because that's not our area.
Cat taxes?
Everyone's going to fall into a different bracket because some of us are going to do this as just supplemental income because you already have a full-time job that provides insurance, or maybe you get that as a dependent from somebody else, or just being on, you know, a spouse's insurance. Some of us are going to be on state assistance and you won't have to pay out of pocket for that. Some of us are going to have private insurance. So it really just depends on your situation. It's hard for us to do that. So Vicky, subscribing to TikTok is not the same thing as subscribing to the Discord. We would much rather see you on Discord because we don't have any sub benefits for TikTok. It's enabled, but we don't really do anything on TikTok as it pertains to subs. So you don't have to. However, for the Discord, there's a few different tiers. The base membership is $7.99. As of right now, that's all you're going to need. As we get further into the content side of that, there will be a lot more exclusive content that only people on Discord will see, things that people on TikTok and YouTube will not see. YouTube, yes, YouTube.
All right, I'm ready to go to bed.
Okay.
All right. Watch videos, download the apps, write down your questions. We won't be live tomorrow morning. We may be live in the afternoon in between getting in the hotel and going to the park. So get your questions ready. We'll see you guys sometime tomorrow. We love you all and have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Good night.